Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. What's going on? Yeah. All right. What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen of Prestige, welcome back. Name is Ola. Welcome back. We got a very quick one today. We're going to have some fun with it regardless. Nonetheless, we're going to have some fun. I've got a few things that I want to cover today. Okay, we're going to cover stories about, let me see. We're going to cover stories about Rita Dominic today. Yes, we're going to cover Rita Dominic. We're going to do a quick recap of the passing of Sammy Oposo. We're also going to talk a little bit about Pastor Biodun Fatoyinbo of Koza. Okay. We're going to talk about Nancy Isime. Fine ass. Literally ass. Isime. I don't think the ass is fine though, but we're going to talk about that as well. And of course, we're going to talk a little bit about the DJ CUPPY stuff. It's still gist right now, so there's not much to that. But welcome back, welcome back. We're going to drop some nuggets here. Here's a quick announcement. Okay, I'm going to drop some short videos over the next few days. I want you to look out for it. Make sure you hit that like button. Okay, make sure you turn on your notifications and make sure you hit the subscribe button. Okay, you don't want to be missing out on this stuff. As you know, they're calling me the lecturer now, right? But I'm not just covering these stories just for sake of stories, right? That's not what I'm doing here. There are very, very important lessons behind these stories. Okay, and I want to make sure that you understand that. All right, I think some other things we might cover. Let me see here today if we have time, because I want to keep this very short today. Let's see, what else do we have here? Yes, I think I might cover this story. If we have time, we'll cover this Adetone and Princess story. Adetone is an activist. Princess is a Nigerian actress. Some interesting story for you ladies there. Then also Safari from the Love and Hip Hop. We're going to cover that. All right, so without any further ado, we're just going to go ahead and get started. What's going on, Mo Fresh? Mo Fresh, that's the first time I've seen that name. Shout out to you. All right, let's see. The first one I want to cover is, let's see. All right, yeah. Let's just go ahead and get started, shall we? Let's go ahead. All right, so the first story I want to cover is the fact that today the news broke out about Rita Dominic. She got married. Okay, how old is Rita Dominic now? What is she, like 45, 50 maybe, right? Let me see. I think I might have a clip here that we can play. Let's see. Yep, I got a clip. Let's see. All right, so weddings always have that effect on you, I am sure, right? But yeah, that's Rita Dominic. She's getting married today, and you know, that goes to tell you it can happen at any age. Let's be honest. It can happen at any age. Some people will say, what's the likelihood? I don't know. Who did the math? And which circle are we talking about, right? Because I know your math is probably based off of a whole society, at the very minimum, a whole city, right? So don't let anyone tell you that it can never happen just because they have some stupid ass mathematics that covers the whole of United States. Don't let anybody talk you into that kind of nonsense. It's completely an unproductive conversation for any human being. Okay, there's no good in telling people that it can never happen for them because they're a person of a certain age. Even while sometimes I come here, I tell you the reality of, yes, time is a real thing. Don't be naive and think that time is like it's just always going to be there. But I still want you to have a good balance of the reality, but also ideal, which is, hey, it can happen at any time, and you want to remain in that state of mind that it's possible. Nothing good comes out of the flip side of that. Nothing good comes out of shaming. The idea of shaming people, we need a little shame. Like, no, there's no need for shame. It's 100% destructive. When you shame people into whatever you think is the right behavior. Shout out to I Am the Single One. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome. Right? When you try to shame people into behaving in whatever your ideal is, you're just going to build it's resentment. You will create resentment. Nothing good comes out of that. That's outside of the fact that, by the way, anyone can get married at any age. Is it probable? That's math. It's not about mathematics, okay? Probable based on what? With respect to what? Where are you getting your data from? Right? Where are you getting your data? Is your data covering the city of Newark, New Jersey, or the city of Lagos, or the state of Texas? Where is the data coming from? What does that have to do with the person's immediate circle and the fact that they can change or tweak one little thing and suddenly they can be around the right person? Right? Okay, let's flip it on the other side. No, I'm just looking out for them. Okay, what good do you think will come out of shaming people? Right? This you shaming them is going to provide husband or wife for them immediately? No. Take it easy. Especially if you're a Nigerian person and you're stumbling into these spaces online, you can't relate with some of those bullshit. Don't try to force yourself. Okay, you can't, obviously. You're struggling. Just face your front. If you're struggling, face your front. What are you struggling with, right? Instead of projecting all over the place, okay? So am I saying that people should just wait forever? No, I've always said it here. No, you can't just be waiting around and be in la la land. The reality is that there are certain reasons why there's a reason why you're attracting your situation. But there are productive ways to have that conversation without the idea of shaming people. So yes, I Am the Single One says, oh my God, I totally agree. I was hoping so. I'm glad you agree, right? They will say I'm saying that so you can agree. Don't mind them. But anyway, that's that right there. I wanted to cover that really quickly. I also wanted to use the opportunity to celebrate a situation like this, right? Most of the other platforms is when they divorce that will bring it up and say, oh yeah, you didn't know they got married at one point. Like, no. I wish them the best. I don't want them to divorce ever, because that's the point. And I don't want them to come back here and divorce and say they graduated into some bullshit. Okay, because if you divorce, there's a reason, and the reason is usually nothing positive. It's either because of pride, unrealistic expectations. Those two things are the things you have to watch closely. Pride often comes from a blind spot because you might be prideful for a legitimate reason. Nonetheless, it's destroying your situation, right? So speaking of pride, when you approach people's lifestyle from a very judgmental standpoint, do I need to say any more? Right? So let's just be guided when it comes to that. Let's be guided. All right. Let's move on to the next story here. Let's fly through this really quickly today. of the screen. Thank you. All right, so let's talk about Sammy Okposo. So Sammy Okposo passed away yesterday. He slumped. That's the news. Not allegedly, but yeah, reportedly he slumped yesterday in the morning. And I did, I don't know if you saw it, I put up a tribute of some of his best songs yesterday. Hopefully you saw that. Okay. That video is monetized, but the rights goes to the owners of the music, which hopefully ends up in his estate, right? But they already claimed the rights to, which I expected that to happen yesterday, but it happened. Thank God for YouTube. Back in days, YouTube would just slap the whole thing but these days they know how to claim the rights and distribute the royalties accordingly. So I expected that. That's one of the reasons why I put it together, but it's always an opportunity to celebrate a gentleman that had a massive impact. You know, he had a massive impact. He's well respected in the gospel community in Nigeria. The most recent scandal wanted to put a dent in his legacy. And the truth is that he's had some funny stories from the beginning of his career. Like in Lagos, a lot of people that know them personally back in House of the Rock, they have a lot to say. But I was raised in church. None of those stuff means anything to me, okay? Or you slept with somebody in church. Or they do ghost baths in church. Some people are receiving his bowl in church. Whatever, all those kind of stuff, right? If you grow up in church and you grow up well in church, there's nothing new about those things, okay? I grew up in church. I've been seeing prophets impregnating people that are on the mountain right inside of the church since I was growing up. I'm telling you, I'm being honest with you, okay? Right there on the pulpit of the church, okay? People that were supposed to be under the Spirit. But who am I to judge anyone, right? Who are you to judge anyone, right? You want to hold them accountable, please, by all means, knock yourself out, you know. But one thing I know is that human beings will be human beings, okay? There are two sides to this, right? First of all, the first side and the most important side is that he had a massive impact. His gift made ways for him even beyond his lifetime because people are celebrating him right now. Believe it or not, majority of the noise is celebration of his life, which I really, really, I appreciate that, you know. I appreciate that because at the end of the day, no one is perfect, you know. There's so many videos going around of people celebrating. This is another one from Chigoze. Let me play this one for you all.
You will do what you said in Nigeria. That is why we call you Jehovah. What you said, you will do in Nigeria. We believe. That is why we call you Jehovah. What you have said, you will do in Nigeria. We believe it. That is why we call you Ikanamokosia.
That is why I not buggy. Omeko chiburuchi.
Kai.
Iburu. Igeme. Laligi. Can't get so. That is why I not buggy. Omeko chiburuchi.
Gerane. Do.
That is what you will do.
Oh, tell me no women.
That is why you are called Jehovah.
Yeah, Jesus, what you said you will do. Oh, tell me no women. I got the blue yo. Oh, can that man we get you? That is why we call you. Oh, can they? Oh, yeah, Agadaburu. We hail you. That is why. Agadaburu. Jesus, my
Again, celebrate his life. It's very important that I really talk about this, okay? Your righteousness, okay? Your righteousness is for you and your God. Anything above that, okay? Your own sense of righteousness, okay, is basically Oyo. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's very important that you pay attention to that. Everything else is Oyo. Sorry, I'm live. No, you're good. I'm just live. Just let you know. You brought me something? You brought me some wine? All right, good. All right. So it's very important that you pay attention to that, because at the end of the day, everybody is wandering around the internet trying to judge, right? And it doesn't really matter. Okay. What's more important is what people are saying about you. So I'm going to play this video, okay, just so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to play this video from a lady. She's an actress called Ufoma. All right, I'm going to play that real quickly, and then
Hi guys. Hi everybody. How are you guys doing? It's a brilliant weekend. I'm exhausted. I've been going, from work to work to work, back to back. So I'm exhausted. But how are you guys? How are you guys doing? How are you feeling? You know what I usually say? It's another weekend, another reason to be alive, another reason to thank God for life. Another reason to thank God for life. I wanted to talk about, our celebration of life versus celebrating death. Let me, I don't know if it's a secret, but let me share something about me with you. I don't like to glorify death. I feel like, if life is gone, then, I should celebrate the goodness of what someone represents in my life or to the world generally. And I don't like to, like I said, I don't like to glorify death. I was very intrigued when I saw a lot of tributes that people put up for Bros Sammy, and my heart was so glad. Listen, it's very easy for us to sit down and want to castigate people and look at the things that they've done wrong, but we're all human. At the end of the day, you and I are human, and I believe that nobody is 100% bad and nobody is 100% good, right? We need to make sure that we harness the goodness in us. No matter the percentage of your good, try to harness it. Try to be a picture of the goodness that you can leave to someone else. Try to radiate the goodness that might just help somebody go one more day. I saw a lot of people putting out tributes about how, Sammy had helped them. So many. If you go and read tributes, you'll be amazed at the kind of legacy that he has left. You'll be amazed to see how many people he has touched, genuinely, how many people he could reach out a hand to, extend a hand to, and he did. Yes, are they the people that he couldn't help that are grouse? Oh, yes, those people would exist who said, oh, help me, and for whatever reason he couldn't, and they feel like, have a grouse against you. But as much as it is within your power as a human being, do your path. Lay that foundation, leave a legacy that, the people who you've left here can be proud of. The earth would feel your substance. My mom says, if you go somewhere and after you leave that place, you are not missed. You say you are a waste. My mom is a comedian. My mom says if you go, maybe you go to someone's house for a holiday, you spend some time, and after you leave, they don't say, Kai, remember, Ufuma used to clean, there's a way Ufuma used to clean the cooker. You know, the cooker will sparkle. Kai, nobody does it like Ufuma. She said if nobody misses you when you leave, you are a waste. There was no reason for you to have stayed with other people, you know. And it's such an important point, and we need to understand that the earth is a stage where we all are actors and we all play. Hi, Charles. So good to see you. Another human being I'm so proud of. The earth is a stage where we all play, and, you know, their marks, their legacies, their effects that we get to leave on other people. What I'm asking you today is, as much as it is within your power, leave a legacy that will make someone's life a little bit better. As much as you can. There's no measurement. We're not marking a script. We're not marking exam papers, right? So as much as it is within your power, help somebody, extend a hand, check up on someone, remember them for good. Don't always, even the people who you think are horrible, they're down to earth, outrightly bad, remember them for that one good thing, and, you know, make their life memorable. Be a point of contact, be a point of goodness, be a point of contact for goodness for someone else. It's important because, you know, nobody else will come and make this earth how we want it to be. I keep saying that what the world needs today is love. Not we don't need ballistic missiles, we don't need nuclear weapons. We need love. We need you to just pick up the phone, reach out to one person and say, Loveth Onyi, how are you doing today? I hope you're fine. Call someone, pick up the phone and say, Ellen BNL, how are you doing today? How is your weekend going? You know, make the world a better place as much as you can with just that one phone call. It may just be someone down the road who you see, the person is always there sitting begging. When you make eba, half your eba, give the person some, right? It would amaze you how much of an impact you make in that person's life. And it may not necessarily be going out of your way completely. It may just be that little touch that you add to humanity. You know, one person that you call and you say, oh my God, I saw your movie. I think you're doing well as an actor. You're improving. God bless you. Keep at it. Keep releasing monologues. You know, someday somebody would see you, discover you, and, you know, you would make it big. Make sure that you're a point of contact for goodness. Make sure that you are a source of happiness. That's why I wonder how trolls sleep, because it actually, it feels good to do good. I don't know what the hormones are, but it releases some hormones in your brain that makes you feel good, you know. So please make sure that you're doing good. Make sure that you're affecting someone's life. Make sure you're touching someone. Make sure you're uplifting someone. You're praying for someone. You're helping someone. I see people say things like, oh, you know, you're going around kissing asses, you're going around. No, you're just making someone happy. You're making someone smile, and that's a brilliant thing. Hi, Angela. Hi, I love you, baby.
All right, so here's the thing. The point is this, right? The point is that your righteousness really doesn't matter at the end of the day. It matters to you and your God. That's about it. How you make people feel around you while you're here, that's all that matters. Okay? So if you're a nasty person in the name of you're righteous, if you're a nasty person because you're blunt, people will remember that too. That will be your legacy. But when you are a person that people love being around you, and like, for example, this message she just left, even if you have a little defect, I should call it a defect, or a pregnancy got attracted to your body by mistake from a married man, people will forget. They will move on. Okay, because what they remember is how you make them feel. That's on top of the fact that it's a brilliant musician that's literally blessed the whole world. Okay, there's this video. The church doesn't realize this. The church is struggling with realizing this because apparently it was judged badly over the past few months. They dropped a lot of his gigs when the scandal broke out and stuff like that. So I'm going to play this video. I want you to see this video to see an example of things we need to start avoiding. You can just listen to this message from Pastor Abel Damina. It's a profound message too. I think everyone needs to listen to this. All right. It's
And you know, yesterday I was telling Pastor Matthew, because yesterday I was at the airport and Pastor Matthew Ashimolo came in and we greeted, and then he was all broke the news to me. He said, "Oh, Samuel Poso is dead." And I went like, "Oh, what happened?" And then I went on social media and I'm seeing a lot of people putting RIP, 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 RIP. And what came to my mind is the cruelty of the church, the wickedness in the heart of people that are in churches. Not too long ago, the man was in a situation and all the church did was team up, scandalize him, announce him, him, wound him, cancel his meetings, stop him from their churches without even telling him, shut him down, delete his number, block his number. And you know, yesterday I was telling, as far as they are concerned, he is now Satan. The only organization on earth that wounds is wounded is a church. A brother does something wrong, a sister does something wrong, instead of the church to come round and give support and give encouragement and give comfort and restore. Even if you want to rebuke, you rebuke in love. You rebuke, you correct, you bring back, you support, you strengthen. They take and throw him out and everybody batters. And then, not too long after that, he dies and they say, "Oh, what a loss. Oh, what a loss." Indeed, a loss, right? But you were the people that killed him. Because what kills a man fast is rejection. That's why many people died in COVID. As far as they are concerned, because COVID was the display of rejection. The moment you are inflicted, you are separated from your family, from your loved ones, from your friends. You are separated from everybody that means anything to you. You are isolated to a place where you wonder, then what am I living for? Isolation. The cheapest way to kill a person is to isolate him. That is why when David wanted to kill Uriah, he said, when you people go to battle, put him in the middle of the fire and all of you withdraw. Isolate yourselves from him so that the bullet will know where to strike. The church. The church. I'm still going to talk about this. I'm just giving you a heads up. I never start. Sure, they like me very well. When I say something, then they help me announce it. Then go hear this one, woto, woto, woto. The church needs to, because COVID come to age. Jesus said, any of you that is without sin, cast the first stone. You cast the first stone. Selective morality. The areas where you're strong, you project it. The areas where you're weak, you hide it. Then you'll be busy putting your strength in the face of people. And when they miss it, you will now finish them. And Jesus will say, any of you that is without, any of you that is, cast the first stone. But the church is going to come of age, whether they like it or not. We'll feed them this thing by force. And when you are eating, even if it's by force or by choice, as long as you're eating, you will grow. Except the food didn't enter your mouth. Once it enters, you will grow. Come to age. Jesus.
I'm muted. All right, I'm back on. All right, so let's talk about this guy, Pastor Fato Imbo, real quick, right? This is the pastor of Koza in Abuja. That was his whole picture on the left hand side right there, and then to the right hand side is his newer picture or pictures that went around yesterday, and everybody's like, is that him? Is that him? Everybody was asking if that's really him, right? And it is him, you know. In fact, I was on a TV show earlier today, and there was a lady that came up there to defend him. There's no need to defend him. Like I keep saying, like, we can judge those people all we want. They are held accountable regardless. You know, these scandals hit their pocket. That's the bottom line. But like the message we just heard from Pastor Damina, be guided when you're judging people. You know, I know we can't wait to hold people accountable, right? But I'm just saying, be careful. You know, be careful. And I'm not saying that because it's a pastor. I'm saying people in general. Okay, I do think pastors should be held accountable in Nigeria. I think it's overdue, right? So one of the issues here is that they tend to make all this noise around faith. You can't fall sick if you're truthfully a faith believer and all this kind of stuff, right? That's one of the things that they make noise about, right? But remember, we're talking about, I think it's Matthew 7:7, the same measure, right? The same measure, right? How whatever you project into the world is the standard that will be used to judge you. So now we see that thing turning around for all of these pastors. It's happening right now. You can see with Pastor Kumuyi, you can see with Pastor Fato Imbo. Listen, anybody can fall sick. That's the bottom line, right? But if you hadn't been running your mouth based off of a hype, a faith-driven, religion-driven hype, when you didn't know any better, you don't have enough experience about life to cast like a wide net of belief system, right? And what a lot of those pastors, especially those that came from the mid-90s to the middle 2000s, what they did is that they run their mouth quite a lot, right? And the truth is that anyone can fall sick, okay? And but thank goodness we also have medical science, right? My question is that why is it that the church is having a hard time adding value based off of today to people? Why must it be about casting witches away? I'm not saying witches don't exist. If you think it exists, you're right. Okay, let me get my sound effect ready. Okay. What I am saying is that there are other ways that the church can add value to the flock, right? For example, take care of yourself. What's wrong with the church focusing on that message, right? Take care of yourself. Make sure that you're eating right, you're exercising right. Make sure that you're nurturing your relationships. Okay, we have people coming and fighting in the parking lot of the church. Okay, I'm talking about especially those small Nigerian churches all over the world. They tend to be disconnected from the reality of life. There's so many ways to add value. Now, I'm not saying they're not adding value, but I'm saying they're mixing up with a lot of nonsense, right? Nonsense like, if you're sick, that means your faith is not strong enough. That is nonsense. Like, you and I can just agree on that right now, right? Anyone can fall sick. So now when it gets to your turn, maybe it's just wait. It looks like he's recovering. I'm happy for him. It looks like he's recovering from a bad sickness, right? You will be judged in the same way, same measures. Okay? So that culture is not just being perpetuated by the pastors. The members of the church are doing it. That's what we're seeing, because they learn from the best, right? And that's what you see that's going on here. Okay? So I wish him the best. Some people want to call it, this is karma. Why? Because he slept with one girl. Oh, he slept with multiple girls. Oh, no. I saw Aka Bant earlier today saying that this guy, he does juju and the wife knows, and he has an extremely high libido as a byproduct of the juju that he does. Honestly, it's whatever. Okay? More. Right? More. But here's the lesson in this for the gentleman. Okay? You will be held accountable, especially you will be held accountable for your moves in this life. Okay? You will be held accountable for your moves. Okay? Nobody's asking you to be perfect. Just be guided. That's all. Just be guided. And to whom much is given, much is expected. If you are sitting on a pedestal like Pastor Biodun Fatoyinbo, like the Sulaiman, like the PT of London, the Gucci pastor himself, right? You will be held accountable. It's just a matter of time, right? Now, hopefully, it's not too. Sorry, bros. Oh, okay, sorry. Just there, yeah, right. Hopefully, it's not too bad, right? That is something like, for example, I think it looks like this is a good news. It was at some kind of event at the stadium. It looks like it's going to be all right. But last, right? Everybody chop breakfast, right? Nobody's going to last forever. So let's be guided when we're talking about this kind of stuff. All right. That's really all I have to say about that. All right, I just have a good quick question about this young lady right here, and we're going to round off, okay? Copy or $10. It looks like these are the only two pictures of her and her quote-unquote fiance. Has she posted anything yet about this engagement? I'm asking, okay? Do me a favor. Leave me a comment if you see anything that's up to date, okay? About this situation. Leave me a comment because I want to take it up tomorrow. There's some things there that I'm paying attention to, but I want to also extract out as lessons for you, right? Now, obviously, this is social media age, right? While I'm the one that come here all the time, I tell you, hey, you don't need to put all your matters out there. But if you're a public figure now, some things are just red flags, right? So I'm wondering, is there anything out there about it? This looks like the only two pictures that they have together. I'm just wondering. Anyway, shout out to you. Just wanted to come here really quickly and drop this. Sir Hill will be with me on Monday night, 8:30 Mountain Time, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, and then we can talk a little bit more about this kind of stuff. Shout out to you, Sunshine. Shout out to Angela. Good to see you, Angela. Okay, so we're rounding up right now. Do me a favor. You're gonna see some videos tomorrow up. I want you to make sure you go there, you engage it, and hit the like button, share it with people. Let them know we're here having a good time, okay? Hopefully you've been enlightened, educated. I'll see you on the next one, and peace.